On June 1st, about 20,000 people from all over Germany and nearby countries came to Frankfurt to participate in the Blocupy protest. The protest grew out of a camp in which activists from Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Greece, Italy, the Netherlands, and Spain joined with German activists. The Blocupy Frankfurt protest was organized to protest the policy of the government and the banks regarding the European debt crisis. The protesters planned to march on the European Central Bank, the ECB, and on the headquarters of Deutsche Bank, and block those banks in order to protest their involvement in the European crisis, their influence over politicians, and their contribution to inequality and debt.
Our main goal is to show that the regime that is governing Europe through this crisis is neither democratically legitimate nor acting in any way responsible for the people. It's really working for profit. One of its symbolic places is the ECB, the place that has economic and financial reign over Europe.
Even though Germany and Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel are associated with pushing for hard austerity measures in Europe and for threatening Greece and other indebted European countries with sanctions, the Blocupy Frankfurt protests show that the German people do not all share their government's pro-capitalist position. The protesters published a statement with the title, "They want capitalism without democracy, we want democracy without capitalism."
In the afternoon, the demonstrators will divide up, with some blocking the entrance to Deutsche Bank's Twin Towers to protest about food speculation and land grabbing. A second group will head to the city centre to protest against rising rents, while around 200 will highlight racism and deportation at Frankfurt Airport, Europe's third busiest hub.
Although the protest was authorized by the authorities and although German law protects the right of people to demonstrate, the German police disregarded the law and brutally attacked the demonstration. The police encircled about 1,000 of the protesters in a kettle, preventing them from leaving and keeping them trapped for hours, hoping that the other protesters will tire and leave. The remaining protesters did not relent in their commitment to see the kettle removed and all the protesters released. The police arrested about 45 people and injured between 200 and 300 of the demonstrators. The police brutality was surprising and changed the focus of the protests and the media coverage from the banks and capitalism to police brutality.
Wir stehen hier seit 9 Stunden und gucken uns hier an, wie Menschen misshandelt werden, abgeführt werden. Wir sind einfach total sauer.
Das Problem war dann leider, dass die Versammlungsleitung es nicht geschafft hat, sich sozusagen zu distanzieren von den Gewalttätern. Die hätten einfach weiter demonstrieren können. Die Autonomen, dieser schwarze Block, hätte auch weiterlaufen können, wenn sie die Maskerade abgenommen hätten, wenn sie ihre Waffen abgegeben hätten. Dazu waren sie nicht bereit. Deshalb kann man nicht davon sprechen, dass es geplant gewesen sei.
Chief of Police of Frankfurt, Achim Thiel, has been severely criticized for the police brutality. The City Council of Frankfurt, and especially representatives from the Left Party, called him to answer questions on the actions of the police on June 1st. The Social Democratic Party, SPD, called for the resignation of Minister of the Interior of Hesse, the federal state of Frankfurt, Boris Rhein, because of the encirclement of the protesters in a kettle. Boris Rhein is a member of the Christian Democratic Party, CDU, which is also the party of Chancellor Angela Merkel. The Green Party also joined the SPD in condemning Boris Rhein and the actions of the police. Another demonstration was held the following Saturday on June 8th, specifically against police brutality. This is Shir Hever for The Real News.